My friends, look at your life like a book that you're writing. Each chapter of your book is a year of your life. With every year, it's another chapter. And some of you might be, say you're 50 years old. You've got 50 chapters that you've written, right? But instead of writing the same book, put book number 1 on the shelf. Write the end to that book. Don't try to keep the story alive. The reason why people get so stuck is because they're trying to reconcile their life today with what their life was. When you put the book on the shelf, you got brand new characters. This is a brand new movie. This is not Rocky 2, 3, Rocky 4, 5. No, it's Rambo. Right? Sylvester Stallone, when he made Rambo, he wasn't looking for Apollo Creed. You don't belong in this movie. It's a brand new movie. Your years as a Jehovah's Witness, put it on the shelf. See, what happens is people get such a sour feeling that they want to taint the whole book. It's like people in a marriage. People could have a wonderful marriage, but if it ends bad, that person's just horrible. You got no good memories. He's just a no good piece of trash. No, you had some good memories. See, my book is on the shelf. My book called Rodney, the JW Years is on the shelf. It's not all bad. I had fun times with those people when I was that person. I have good memories of those people when I was that person. I'm no longer that person. I've moved on. See? Stallone too old to play Rocky. Right? Move on. Write a new book. Different characters, a different script. Then you begin to let go of the old story. You don't need to be right with those people from your past. Everyone is on a journey of life. And always be ready. When somebody's ready to listen, absolutely be ready. But it's still their journey. Like when we see other people's lives, we have to look at their life as if it's their own movie. When they're ready to listen, jump in. If you get an opportunity, jump in. But we can't let their life affect us. We can't let what they think of us affect us. We can't let them draw us into their movie like we used to be. Draw a line. You've simply outgrown those people. Instead of feeling the effects of being disfellowship, or whatever that label is, you've just outgrown them. They just have no use for your life today. And what they think and their opinions. Allow yourself to outgrow those people. Also, lose the labels and the words of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't ever say the truth. I know it's just a slang after a while, but your subconscious mind knows the meaning of the word truth. And the word truth is a good word. And when you're not in what you just said was truth, you have a tendency to self-judge yourself. And that's where a lot of people are stuck. If you're self-judging yourself, forgive yourself right now. If you're self-judging yourself as being less than worthy, even if it has nothing to do with the Jehovah's Witnesses, for whatever in your life, forgive yourself. A lot of people talk about God's forgiveness, Christ's forgiveness, Christ's sacrifice, but they don't forgive themselves. Mistakes are part of the human experience. As long as we're on this planet, it's not an easy road. Forgive yourself. Learn to let go. Learn to let go of things that don't serve you. Learn to let go of people who don't serve you, even if it's family. The best thing you can do for people is become who you were supposed to be. It opens up all kinds of lines of communication when you're truly happy. It opens up all kinds of discussion when you're truly living an authentic life. It's hard to deny that. Very few people live an authentic life. And that really should be a goal. As a Jehovah's Witness, it's really tough to live an authentic life because that world is all about appearances. It's how you appear. That's how you go up the ranks. It's how you appear. I could go to Kingdom Hall right now, never open my Bible, lie on my field service report and put 18 hours, 20 hours, make up some Bible studies that don't exist. I give really good talks because I'm a professional speaker. Do you know how fast I'll be an elder? Because of appearances. But that's not what life's about. At the end of your days, it'll be about your authenticity. It'll be about the lives that you touched. It'll be about the experiences that you've had, the people that you got to love, not about the appearances you gave people. You see, your reputation is what people think about you. And I always say, it's not my business what people think about you. But your character is about who you really are. And now you have the chance to live in your full truth, to live in authenticity. Take advantage of that. There are other things that witnesses have issue with. Shunning's a big one. Label's a big one. If anyone out there in the audience, if anyone who watching me on this camera here or this camera here, if you have the label of being disfellowship, lose the label. It means nothing unless you consider yourself a punished witness. Lose the label. Stop giving them power. Don't ever call yourself disfellowship ever again. Don't look at yourself as disfellowship. Don't play by their rules. Label means nothing. Imagine this. I'm at a Starbucks. I see this older woman, and she says, "Are you Rodney Allgood?" "Yeah." "Remember me? I'm Mrs. Connors. I was a 12th grade counselor back in 1985. "Oh, yeah, Mrs. Connors, how are you?" I'm good, Rodney. But I got to tell you, you're still on detention." "I never took you off detention." That's how silly disfellowshipping is. That's how silly it is. Those labels don't mean anything to you. Those labels create self-judgment. Those labels make you feel ashamed when you see witnesses sometimes. Or sometimes those labels keep you angry because you keep looking at yourself that way. At some point, you have to realize that you've elevated past these people anyway. My son got married. I don't have a label on me. So I still get shunned in a way, but I still can attend family things. So my son got married about 1.5 years ago. And outside of LA. So I go down, I took a date. I go down for the wedding, all witnesses. My 2 kids are raised witnesses. And I'm fine. Because people react to your energy. I'm fine. I got a little goatee on, earring in my ear, right? And I got a date. And I remember meeting up with my family to eat. And I have a brother I hadn't seen in 8 years. I hadn't talked to my mom in, I don't know, it's been a while. I have a sister I had talked to in at least 2 years. There's a lot of catching up to do. So we're sitting there. So, Byron, how many publishers in your Kingdom Hall? Oh, we got about 70 publishers. Oh, yeah, okay. And so, so-and-so got appointed elder. Really? Oh, yeah, well, he's doing good. Yeah. No, so-and-so got sick, but her husband started coming to the meetings. Oh, I never thought he'd come to the meetings. Well, yeah. 2 hours of that. I live a pretty cool life. I speak to thousands of kids a year, high school, big assemblies, and done some stuff on TV. And my life's interesting. I do things in prisons. I mean, it's a lot to talk about. Not one question. Nobody cared about my life. And I said, if they said, there'll be no more shunning of family, we still ain't hanging out. We're not hanging out. I mean, I go by and say, hi, I love you and all this, but we're not hanging out because I've elevated past that. I want to talk about things that matter. So when you start to look at life this way, it doesn't bother you so much anymore. My old friends, when I see them, I wouldn't hang out with y'all no more. We wouldn't be close friends. And it takes the sting off of what you feel is going on. Sometimes we have this perception and this fantasy, like everything would be great if that was different. And I understand there's some situations that are very painful, especially if there's kids. Very painful. I go through some of it myself. But some of these things are just stories that we tell ourselves, and we have to allow ourselves to elevate past that, above that. That was a chapter of our life. It's no more. Remember, the opposite of caring about something is not hating it. The opposite of caring about something is apathy. See, if you have an ex and you stalk him on Facebook and you say you're over it, you're not. Apathy. See, I view the witnesses like any other false religion. They're in the same bucket. I see them at their cart. It doesn't trigger me. It's just, they're lost. They don't get it. They haven't woken up yet. But I'm not angry at them. They're just lost people. Apathy. Wash yourselves of it. And when you get the opportunity, see, when you arrive at a place of happiness, when you arrive at a place of knowing who you are, then people are looking at you wondering, how'd you get so happy? How'd you do that? See, a lot of people, when they first leave, the first thing they want to do is say, I gotta wake up my family. And you're miserable, and you're pissed off, and you're just miserable. People won't follow you because they don't want to be like you. People follow people they want to be like. Remember when you went out in service and the good territory was always the poor territory? Because they had nothing, they had no hope, and you gave them hope, and they said, I want to be like you and share this dream. Then you went up the hill. Out of poor territory, you got to lock your car, right? People got all kind of daddies in that neighborhood, all kind of, this is the rough spot. But that's where, man, I placed 6 sets of magazines this morning. Then you go up on the hillside. And the people who contribute, the people who run the nonprofits, the people who got kids in college and just good, solid families, they didn't want to be like you. People follow people they want to be like. You see, they go, yeah, my life's happy. I'm okay. Right? You got to come with something more substantial than fear, because they're past that. So when you build your life up and you know the way, like I was a witness, now I'm here. Now I can show you the way. See, I use this analogy all the time. Imagine, it was 200 years ago, and it's down south, and some slaves are working in the field picking cotton. And here comes a runaway slave, broken chains on his hand, sweating, torn up clothes, and he's just running, and he calls, he goes, come on, let's go. Where? What you talking about? Let's be free, follow me. Where are we going? I don't know, but let's run. You're not following that guy, right? Because he's not truly free. People are not going to follow you unless you know the way. Next day, Harriet Tubman comes by. Late at night. Psst. Listen, I got a string of houses all the way up to Canada. I've done this many, many times. Meet me here at 10:30 this time tomorrow night. I've never been caught. You follow her because she was free, truly free.